This video is designed to be a revision video, so it's going to be a fast-paced walkthrough. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. In this video, I'm going to complete the whole paper and get a grade 5. Let's get straight into it. A village has 4 bus stops. The bar chart shows information about the people at the bus stop at 3 p.m. on one day. So we've got the number of people, village hall, school, post office and football ground. 2 people at the football ground bus stop. So that needs to be 2 people. How many more people were at the school bus stop than the post office bus stop? So the school bus stop, that's going to be 13. Take away 4, which equals 9. Here are 4 temperatures in degrees centigrade. Write the temperatures in order, starting with the coldest. So that's -7, -5, -1 and 3. Here are the first 3 terms of a linear sequence. Write down the next term. So if we look, we are adding 6 each time. So 17 add 6 gives me 23. Describe the term-to-term rule. That is going to be add 6. Spends 71 pence. He pays the exact amount with 4 coins. List the coins he uses. So you could have a 50 pence piece, 10 pence, another 10 pence, and a 1 pence. Complete each statement using one of these symbols. 2.54 is greater than 2.508. 0.25 equals a quarter, and 2 is less than 5/2. Here are 3 solid shapes. How many faces does the cube have? It has 6. How many edges does the square base pyramid have? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how many vertices does the cone have? Just 1. Here is a number machine. We start with 12, then we take away 4, we times 5. What comes out? That would be 40. Now complete the number machine. It's a different one. 7 goes in. What do we add? We divide by 2 and we get 9. So we are going to be adding 11. And we have another number machine. When x is 5, y is 13. So 5 goes in. We times it by something. We take away something and we get 13. And when 10 goes in, we times it by something, we take away something and we get 28. So what could it be? If we times 5 by 3, we get 15, and then we would take 2 to get 13. Let's try here. 10 times 3 would be 30, take away 2 would be 28. So it's times by 3, take away 2. A pack of pegs costs 40 pence, a bar of soap costs £2.20 and a basket costs £7. Dan buys 2 packs of pegs, so that's 2 lots of 40 pence. 1 bar of soap, that's £2.20 and 1 basket for £7. Now let's make sure this is in pounds as well, so that would be 0.8. So in total, it would be £10. And what is the fraction of the total cost is the basket. So the basket is 7 out of 10, £7 out of £10. We put that straight into our calculator, we get the answer 368. Quick interruption. I've made a free checklist of the 100 skills you need to learn to get a grade 4 and pass foundation GCSE maths. You just print it, tick the skills you know, circle the ones you don't know, and suddenly you've got a clear step-by-step plan to get to a grade 4. To grab it, click the first link in this video's description now, and I'll send you the 100 skills checklist for free. All right, back to the video. Question 10. 8,400 fans go to a rugby match. So we start with 8,400. 6,850 of those are the home team, the rest are the remaining. So 8,400, take away 6,850, leaves me 1,550. Now 20% of the home fans wear a scarf. So 20% of 6,850 gives me 1,370. And if I take away 1,370 from 6,850, I get 5,480. 22,319 of all the fans wear a scarf. So we've already got this. So 2,319 take away 1,370 leaves me with 949 wearing a scarf here. And we take that away from 1,550 and we're left with 6,601. Question 11, work out the coordinates of point B. Here's point B. Now it doesn't tell you what the units are, but it does say that this is -2, so here must be -1 and this must be 0, so each one is 1 point. So the coordinates of B are -2, -1. What are the coordinates of D when point C is reflected in the line x equals 6? So there's the line. Point C is reflected, so it's 1, 2 away, 1, 2, so it moves to here. And that point has the coordinates 8, -1. Complete the graph by adding the missing label and plotting the 2 missing points. So we've got 3, 14 is there, 4 is there, 5.5 is there, 6 is there, 6.5 is there, 7 is there. So we need to plot 8 and 38. So 8 and 38 is going to be there. And the next one, 8.5 and 42 is going to be there. Complete the graph by adding the missing label. So the missing label is distance. And it tells us here that distance is in kilometres. So I'm going to add that as well. Describe the type of correlation. It's positive correlation and it is a strong positive. AB is a straight line. Is y half of x? No. Support your answer. Well, we know that angles on a straight line are 180, so y is going to equal 180 minus 127, which is 53 degrees. To find x, we know that angles around a point equal 360, so 360 minus 90 minus 163 give us 107. And is y half of x? Well, 2 lots of 53 give us 106, so no. Multiply out. So 3 times 2x gives me 6x, and 3 times positive 8 gives me plus 24. Complete these statements. 4x add 5x is 9x. Y times y is y squared. And 3t minus t, 3t minus 2t gives me 1t. Tins of beans are sold in shop A and shop B. At which shop is it cheaper to buy 20 tins? So if I buy 20 tins here, 1 tin is 64, but I buy 4 for the price of 3. So if I want 20, I would buy 1, 2, 3 and get 1 free. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I would need to buy 15 tins. So it's going to be 15 times 64 pence. 15 times 64 equals £9.60. For this one, we have a pack of 3 tins is £1.70 and 1 tin is 64. Now there is a 10% reduction on all packs. So how many packs would we need? Well, 6 lots of those packs. 6 packs would get us 18. And then we would need 2 at the normal price of 62 pence. So 6 at 18, this is a 10% reduction on all packs. So we're going to have 6 times 0.9 times £1.70. And then we're going to add 2 lots of 62, which is £1.24. That's going to give me a total of £10.42. So this one is cheaper. How much? £10.42. Take away £9.60 gives me an answer of £0.82. So shop A is cheaper. There are 30 students in a class. 12 of the students have school lunch. Work out the ratio. So if there are 30 take away 12 gives me 18. So 12 we want have lunch. So 12 to 18, and we can simplify that to 2 to 3. In a different class, students wearing glasses to students not wearing glasses is 3 to 8. What fraction wear glasses? So wear glasses is the first number. The total is 11, so that is 3 out of 11. The ratio 4 to 9 is written in the form 1 to n. So 4 to 9, this has to become a 1, so we are dividing by 4. 9 divided by 4, I'm just going to write that as 9 over 4. Here are the first 3 patterns in a sequence made up of small squares. On the grid, draw pattern 4. So this is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go across 4 this time. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the centre. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. And then we would want 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. (18b). The expression for the number of small squares in pattern n is n squared add 4. Work out the least value for n for which the small squares is greater than 500. So we want n squared add 4 to be greater than 500. So if we subtract 4 from both sides, we get n squared is greater than 496. And if we square root both sides, the square root of 496 is 22.3. So the smallest integer after 22.3, n is going to equal 23. 19. Using Pythagoras, work out the value of x. So we want the longest one, so it's going to be 24 squared. Add 31 squared gives us x squared, and that equals 1,537. And if we square root that to get x, we get 39.2. Rick claims most of the flats in his 8-floor building are energy efficient. He samples 45 flats from floors 1 to 5. Give a reason why this sample may not be useful in testing Rick's claim. So this is only looking at the first 5 floors. So he's only considering the first 5 floors out of 8 floors. Now this is an identity, tick 1 box. This is true for all values of x. 22. Day hires a digger. The cost per day is £24.50 for the first 5 days. This is reduced by 20% for days 6 and onwards. So let's start with 20% of £24.50 gives me £4.90, and £24.50 take away £4.90 gives me £19.60. So for these extra days, it's going to cost £19.60 per day. So we know she's got 5 days at £24.50, and we know that we don't know the number of days that she works at the other price of £19.60. And we do know that that whole thing needs to equal £259.70. So if I take away this from that, I get x times £19.60 equals £137.20. And if I divide both sides by £19.60, I get the answer 7. So she hires the digger for 5 days at that first rate and 7 days at the second rate. So the answer is 12 days. The front elevation of a cuboid is shown on this centimetre grid. The volume is 42. Draw the side elevation. So if the volume is 42, we know this is 3 by 2, which is 6. 42 divided by 6 gives me 7. So this must be 7 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it must be 2 up. And there we have it. 24A. On Monday, Lars swims 50 metres in 40 seconds at a constant speed. Let's start with that. So speed, distance, time. He swims 50 metres in 40 seconds. So his speed is going to be 50 over 40, which is 1.25 metres per second. On Tuesday, he swims 1.5. So speed, distance, time for Tuesday. He swims 1.5 kilometres. Now let's put that into metres to match the previous question. So that's 1,500 metres. He swims at the same speed as Monday. So his speed is 1.25. So his time is going to be 1,500 divided by 1.25, which gives me 1,200 seconds. Now they want the answer in minutes. So I'm going to divide that by 60 to get seconds to minutes. 1,200 divided by 60 gives me 20 minutes. In fact, Lars on Tuesday swims at a slower constant speed. So if he swims at a slower speed, the answer would be greater than the answer to part A. 4 people are taking part in a television talent show. Here is Amy's marks from the judges. So here is a pie chart and this represents her phone vote. Amy's score is found by 4 times the mean of her marks. To find the mean of her marks, we would add these together, divide by the number of numbers, which is 6, and that gives us an average of 8.5. Now the percentage of her phone vote, well, that's 162 degrees out of 360 degrees around a point. So that gives her 45%. Now her total score is going to be 4 times her mean, 4 times 8.5. And we're going to add her percentage of the phone vote, which is 45%. And that gives us an answer of 79. House prices on a street increase by 5.1% each year. Show that after 14 years, the house prices on the street will be at least double. Okay, so we don't know what the house price is, so let's just give that the letter X. After 14 years, the price of the house is going to be X times 1.051 to the power of 14. That gives us X times 2.006. So it would be at least double. So we have done what they've asked. Town A has a population of 84,000 and an area of 7 square miles. Town B has a population of 4,695 people per square kilometre. Now it gives you the formula here. Population density is population divided by area, and it says use 1 square mile equals 2.6 square kilometres. So if we look at town A, we know that that's going to be 7 times 2.6 square kilometres, which gives us 18.2 square kilometres. Now, if we look at town A, population density, using the formula, the population is 84,000 divided by 18.2, that gives us 4,615 people per square kilometre. So town B must have a greater population. So the greater population is B.
Before you click off, if Foundation GCSE Maths still feels like this huge confusing topic, I've made something that will help. I've put together a free checklist of the 100 skills you need to learn to get a grade 4 pass in Foundation GCSE Maths. You just print it, tick the skills you know, circle the ones you don't, and straight away you've got a clear step-by-step plan to get that grade 4. To get it, click the 100 skills checklist link in this video's description. Now enter your details and I'll send you the 100 skills checklist for free, so you can start using it today. Thanks for watching.